In part one, I spoke about that I had to left my kids with my mother back home in Jamaica to search for a better life. But then, now after all of that, time come for me to take my kids. So I was at the time 2017. I was working with an old man. He has Alzheimer's, and at the time he was also sick. I remember when I'm thinking of bringing my kids 2017 and working for the man had Alzheimer's. So now I am praying to God for God just hold up, like just hold on with him a little longer for me to buy my kids ticket. And I remember I was planning for them to come on the Christmas, but I didn't have enough money, so I was praying to God. And you know what happened? The 17th of December 2000 and like the 13th of December 2017, the man died. So now the man died, that full month of pay, then I wouldn't get it because he died. So now I'm back to square one, like, oh my God, I wanted the money to buy the ticket for my kids to come, but now it's only half of the pay, because the whole full month of the pay, I cannot get it because the man died. And I start crying and I start praying. Then the man's son texted me and said to me, you know what? Because he was such a good worker and my father died and you took care of him so much, I will give you the entire month's pay. And I'm like, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God, because I was praying. Then my kids come, I pay for my ticket, my kids' ticket, and they come. A lot of challenges. My daughter lost her ticket because her flight was in transit. And when she reached Dominican Republic, she lost her ticket. I have to they spend 3 days there because, 2 days, yeah. Because when I get them, it was the 27th of December, and they left Jamaica the 25th. So I had to go through a lot of stuff, buy a new ticket for my daughter for her to get here and all of those things. Everything I did with faith, because when I went to the airport, I didn't have no more money to pay for any ticket when they told me they couldn't find her ticket. And the lady, God sent this lady, when I tell you, they said Destiny Helper, really? Destiny Helper. And she said to me, Mother, I am going to book the ticket for you, but please come back with the money and pay for the ticket, because if you don't pay for the ticket, I am going to lose my job. And I remember I give her my word that you will get the ticket, the money for the ticket. I give her my word. Believe me, I didn't have the money, but I give her my word. And I go home and I call that one friend. Every time you call her, she has never had money. But that one particular day, I decided to call her and she had the money. And I go back to the airport and I pay the lady for the ticket. My kids came. And now, when my kids came in 2017 now, remember, I was working for the old man, he died. So now I started selling hair. When I started selling human hair, wigs and all of that, then I said, I'm looking for something else just to make the money up, that I don't have to let my kids come and suffer of a problem. Remember vividly, I said, okay, I wanted something more. I was looking for something to put with it, that when my kids come, they don't have to suffer like I did. And that's how I find Total Life Changes, which is TLC. So I started doing TLC in 2018. 2018 was when I started doing TLC, and I do it for a while until 2020. 2020 I started to look for something, because 2020, that was when all sort of stuff coming on and TLC started having some little ups and downs, and I said, okay, let me look for something else. And I started to do researches, and then that's how I met upon digital marketing, and I found this product called DBA, which stands for Digital Boss Academy, and that's how I started. Because for me, my greatest fear was to get my kids, and my kids started suffering. And for me to get my kids, and then I could not be able to provide for my kids have to go without food. That was my greatest fear. That was my greatest fear, and I did not want that to happen. So I started doing a lot of research. I started selling food, and when I started selling food, I realized everybody's selling the same thing, and everybody's selling the same thing. And why would you want to sell food and sell something that everybody's selling? And I said, okay, it's not gonna work, because rice and peas, the regular Jamaican food. I started doing a lot of different things. I started selling clothes, drive around selling clothes. Like, that was good also, because I started making money from it. Then after, people start taking the clothes, but when they take the clothing, then you have to wait until the next month end for the money, and that was not it, because sometimes the whole of the clothes is outside and I need more clothes, so I have to find different money for me to buy back stuff for me to continue until the next month end. And I said, So I started doing it until the clothing was already finished. Then I said I would branch into something else. So the hair business, I go into it again, start doing that, wigs, and then I continue with total with the digital product, and I'm still looking for another way, because like I said, I like different streams of income. So for me, I was still searching for different ways for me to get extra income, because my kids are here. Now I'm with 4 kids, 4 out of my kids. So I had to, my daughter is going to university, my son is going to school. My daughter is paid university, but thank God the schools was not paid, they are free. So that helps me a lot. That was when I started my other business, but now I will tell you about my other business in part 3, because right now it's going to 8 and I don't want it to pass 8. So part 3, I will tell you how I arrived and how I started Seafood Cravings.